This semester, I'm going to try something that I've never used before. It's a website called Remind.com. You may have already used this before this semester. Um, it's pretty easy to join it. I've created a class called Music 2301 Ahern, but I don't think you need to know the name of the class. All you need to know is the class code because you see the link on the screen right now, HTTPS blah blah blah. You just put that URL in your browser, and once you're on remind.com, they will ask you for the class code. You enter the class code, and that's it. You're in. Now you may wonder, why am I doing this remind.com thing? Well, why am I doing this? It's because I was losing students sometimes during the COVID period, and students in an online class. It sometimes happened that a student wouldn't show up for a test or a quiz, and I was unable to reach them by the usual means, by means of emails. Of course, this semester it's been kind of like the other way around, where students have been emailing me, asking me, where are the assignments? I would like to get started on my work for the class, but I don't see any assignments yet. So I'm not worried about losing these kinds of students who have been emailing me. But in general, the Remind.com is supposed to be, it's an effort to try to stay in contact with the people in the class. Here's a screenshot I took of the page that you'll see when you go to that website, remind.com/join, and there's where you put the class code. So we're going to count up points for these remind messages, and the remind score I say here is be calculated as 100 divided by the number of remind tweets. I'm calling them tweets. I'm referring to the remind messages that are quite short, kind of like tweets. But more about the points on the next page. But right now, I'm just want to point out that here's an example. I'll send out a short message or tweet. It'll say something like Quiz 2, next Monday, such and such a date. I might add covers chapter 3 or something like that. And then you send back a reply, a tweet, just a short few words that say, I got it. I got the quiz 2 tweet or something. So I know you got it. If you do reply, you earn points. And then if you don't reply, you don't earn any points. And the points will be calculated like this. If by the end of the semester it turns out that I sent out 20 tweets, then each tweet is 100 divided by 20 is 5 points. If I send out 25 tweets, then each tweet would be worth 4 points. So it just depends. I don't know right now how many tweets I'll be sending out, but that's how we decide how many points each tweet is worth. And at the very beginning, you can earn 10 points just for joining Remind automatically. And finally, about the Remind score for the whole semester, it's simply the total number of points that you earned. If you reply to all the tweets, then your score would be 100. If you reply to only half of the tweets, your score would be a 50. So it just depends on how many tweets you replied to. And overall, when we put together, the final exam score, the quiz scores, test scores, this reminder score worth 10% of the overall score. Yeah, the way that the attendance score is calculated is very similar to the way that the remind score is calculated. If n is the number of times that I take attendance during the semester, then 100 divided by n is the number of points that each attendance is worth. Therefore, if you attend all the Zoom meetings, and we're not going to start doing this until this coming Friday, September 30th, but anyway, if you attend all the Zoom meetings, then your attendance score will be 100. If you only attend half of the Zoom meetings, then your attendance score will be 50.